Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dr. Abdullah, President Holland, distinguished ambassadors, diplomats, Ms. Holder, Board of Trustees of the American University of Afghanistan, distinguished faculty, dear graduates and parents, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I want to start today by giving my wholehearted congratulations to the AUAF graduating class of 2019. It's a pleasure to address you here today on this special occasion in your life. I'm reminded of the wonderful contributions that this university's faculty and students have made to Afghan society and the Afghan academic community in particular. I and millions of Afghans remember all that this institution has sacrificed to do so. This institution is committed to the only truly sustainable way of fighting and defeating violence and war, and that is providing a quality education for some of the best talents in this country. I take this opportunity to pray for the brave souls of faculty and students of the American University of Afghanistan who lost their lives during the terrorist attack in 2016. We miss them and we owe them a great deal, more than we will be ever able to repay. We also hold in our hearts Mr. Timothy Weeks and Mr. Kevin King, who still remain in the captivity of the Taliban. I reaffirm the Afghan government's support in bringing these two honorable men back to their families. AUAF is contributing to a generational transformation consistent with the President's long-term vision for Afghanistan, in which youth are a strong force for necessary rebuilding of this country. Throughout this ongoing process of development and reconstruction, we're grateful for the unwavering support of our international partners, particularly the United States. Our partnership with the US and our other international allies is one forged in blood, sweat, and sacrifices. These joint sacrifices have brought many possibilities, including AUAF to Afghanistan. This university is a testament to the fact that despite whatever differences or challenges we may face along the way, the US-Afghan partnership is strong, and that both of our countries, as key believers and allies, have the same vision for this country's future, for prosperity and peace. We both believe in the same values to realize that vision: education, tolerance, and most importantly, freedom. As we speak today, there are thousands of young Afghan national defense and security forces holding the line and ceaselessly defending the values that we have achieved together. These are values that define us, that we have fought and died for together: good governance, rule of law, justice, and freedom. Our security and defense forces are our unsung heroes. They fight for an Afghanistan in which individuals, tribes, and warlords don't get to set the discourse about our ways of life, but rather people themselves are able to determine their own fate through democratic processes. This is aligned with President Ghani's vision for sustainable peace in Afghanistan, a vision in which structural and social violence is uprooted and replaced with dignity and prosperity. Now to the graduates, I want to leave you with a few messages. The first is that you graduate from one of the country's most prestigious universities and now have the responsibility to lead. Leading means making decisions that impact others. It means you have a responsibility to serve the best interest of others. I hope you will approach this responsibility in the spirit of service to your country and your fellow citizens. Second, you are told repeatedly that you are the new generation of Afghanistan, and you represent the positive changes this country has served and seen over the last 2 decades. That is obvious. But I urge you to think hard about what defines your generation, or rather, how you will define your generation. Will yours be the generation that leaves behind the shackles of our past tragedies? Will yours be the generation that drives us from economic dependence to self-reliance? Will yours be the generation that puts differences aside and serves the interests of peace and prosperity, and not the interest of yourselves? This is for you to define. Third, you are a diverse group of women and men who come from all 34 provinces of Afghanistan. You have had different life experiences and come from different families, ethnicities, and villages. But this makes no difference. Today, I challenge you not to think about your past and where you come from, but where you, as a group of leaders, are going in the future. For wherever you go, this country will go. Look forward and be inspired by the possibilities. I conclude my remarks with prayers for all those of our countrymen and women and those of our international partners who have made the utmost sacrifice for a better Afghanistan and to allow institutions like AUAF to exist. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors and pray for your success and the success of our beloved country, Afghanistan. Thank you.